and then they start going to school and they're seeing changes. It's a struggle, isn't it? We all pass through that. So you look at the need, you identify what needs doing. I identified the need that I saw in my community in Africa was people that have no education. There's that mentality that you have to try and fight and get something, or we haven't got, we poor. So if we've given birth to a baby, I remember somebody saying to me, you're a married woman, why are you putting on trousers? That's the way they believe. So you have to start educating them and saying, look, even though you've given birth to babies, you still have to look after yourself, isn't it? Ladies, put your hands up if I make sense. Just say some yeses. Yes. But then in my community was like years and years back, when you got pregnant, then they buy you some 2 cloths and you tie around you, and then you're like, yeah, I'm already a mother, and this is the way. So when I go there with my really long wedges, and I'm like, what type of a married woman is this? Hey, don't be silly. We say beautiful, aren't we? We make babies, then what? So there is that change of mentality. I'm identifying that need. And of course, domestic violence. Of course, all these nasty things. And we heard about this Boko Haram things happening as well. It's quite sad. It happens everywhere. If I talk about that, how can I help? How can we change them? So you need to identify the need. Then own your idea. When I had my idea as a public speaking, I took it. It was mine. And I held it like a baby. Treat it like a baby. Whatever business idea, whatever business you're doing, have it, hold it, work for it. Like I remember when Phil described, I always quote him in my talks. When I came to Phil to do the last exit from the Speed Project, and he said to me, Victorine, I'm quite impressed because what we did in the Speed Project, we told people to walk, okay, and grasp some things, and you run, okay. I had to run. I knew where I was coming from, wasn't I? You run, and if you know that you're mourning today, you sat here because you want to make a difference. You need to work extremely hard. Sometimes it looks like it's not working. Sometimes it's like you are stuck. I've lost money, okay? I lost, and I'm like, okay, that was then, it was gone. I've gone sometimes speaking, and people aren't bothered. I just talk to the walls. If they pick one thing, it's fine. So you need to keep trying, keep moving, you know, doing the race and going. So do not let anyone discourage you. And this is a big, big say here. Because sometimes people say, oh, you can't do it. You mean that? It's bad. No, it's really hard. How do you know it's hard? I set up a library last year, came back, and a man in Birmingham called me, one man, and filled my living room with books. And you know what? I struggled with those books. As we speak, over 100 boxes of books were received in Africa 3 days ago. I'm setting my second library. Now, I know you're going to throw a question to me. What is library you're on about? Where is your money? Is that the question? Yeah. Yes. From the libraries, from doing all these things, the money comes where I've invested now in livestock in the same community that received the library. Chicken keeping. I've invested money on women. Those very women have been trying to change their mentality. I'll come to you. I mean, Africa is different. Say, here's £100 for you, okay? Thank you. You go to the market. Do any business of your choice. All I need from you is at the end of every month, we run that for a year. At the end of every month, every profit you make over the 100, 50%, just put in my account, all right? Out there. Don't talk to me. We're not talking. And then put 50% in your own account. I won't tell you how much I'm making right now. You've changed their lives with just £100. You've changed a woman's life, and literally when I get to Cameroon, you see them running. Here is that woman. I mean, I'm not seeking for that, but it's just, it proved to me that a life is being changed. So we minimize those things. I got to shoot off quickly. Gosh, I could talk forever. I could say, stop, Vicky. So hard work pays. Again, you know, taking on any opportunity and giving it your best performance will always leave you with a smile. Give it your best performance. Don't do half. Don't cut corners. Don't try to, I'm tired. You need to really sit up. I had kids. I have a husband, of course, to look after. And I have a family. And I have all of this. But I had to pay my attention and be there for the Speed Project, the program. And every time, the door used to shut 5 minutes before. So if you were not in the room, you'd be like, you're not there. So I had to leave like 30 minutes sometimes in the car park. And that's it. Now, let's look at something I've said there, become an enemy. I mean, when I talk enemy, I mean real enemy. Something that you don't get along with. To be very successful, you have to become a massive enemy of anger, jealousy, negative inner conversation. I'll pick that one. The negative inner conversation is when you think, okay, I could actually expand my business. And then there's something in you say, no, Vicky, you know, you are just very poor person. You can't even go. No, that's not. You know, you can't just get a job. And oh, I need to go now and start another company. Oh, no. There's that. It's not somebody, is it? It's you. Mm-hmm. So what you need to do, guys, is sometimes you need to tell them and say, shut up to myself. Shut up. That inner conversation has to stop. And then you go. Don't listen. Because sometimes it's just pulling you back for no good reason. Anger. They did this to me. This person did this. There was a time I had a list, right? I'm not talking to this because this one was horrible to me. That person did this to me. Then what? It's a short life, isn't it? So you need to be able, if you want to be successful, manage your anger. There are people that will pull you down. There are people that will hate you. Just hating you is life, isn't it? There are people that will look at you and think, what does she think she is? When you're working hard and you're spending sleepless nights, don't pay no attention to them. Give them a broad smile. And before you realize, they'll become your customers. If I made a bit of sense, just say a yes or something.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You need to, it's very important. It's based on my own personal experience. The more you get successful, the more the devil journeys with you, isn't it? And you will be surprised to realize that they are the closest people to you. I say negative do-nothing people, bad companionship. I've lost friends, okay? I have, unfortunately. And you obviously have. And if you haven't, you will. If you mean business, if you want to change your life, if you want to climb, you will lose friends. But remember, you pick some as you go. You get the people that think like you. So don't spend the time. If I stand here to tell you how they try to bury my mother alive, if I stand here to say the same community I'm setting the library is the same community that marginalized me and my entire family, and I couldn't sit in a classroom because they thought my mom was a witch. If I stand here to tell you that in the 80s, there was no way for me in this community because they believed that my family was supposed to leave, and at age 11, I was reported to the police. I was taken to the police station. You know why? Come on, just say something. I was taken to the police station at 11. Does that make sense? Because this girl, who was the same age with me, saw me and said, you daughter of a witch, don't drink water from the stream where we carry our water because you and your mom and the witches would destroy our water or whatever. And I turned to her and I said, unfortunately for you, tonight, my mom and everybody, we're coming to eat everyone in their family. These are witches. So she got scared. She got so scared, and she went and told her mom. This is that mentality. You can now understand why I keep going back. I love my people. It's home to me. I love Britain. This is my home. But if I can change a life there, which is what I'm doing already, I'm having my talk show on the 30th of this month. But that girl couldn't contend the fact that, and she believed it. So they went to the police, and the next morning a convocation came for me to go to the police station. And I went to the police station, and the policeman looked at us, looked at the girl, looked at the mother. I said, why are you bringing these kids here? Come on, take them home. You're wasting police time. How funny was that? So, yeah, you will lose friends, you will gain friends, you will journey sometimes. There's an American speaker whom I adore, Les Brown. He says, if life hits you so badly that you've got to fall, make sure you land on your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. This is what we need to do. It's going to get hard. You're going to get people upset you. You're going to get, but you have to forgive, manage your anger, get back and try to change it, which is a very difficult thing to do, isn't it? Because sometimes you just want to mind your business. But life isn't like that, unfortunately, and we have to live with it. So get rid of negative do-nothing people. Don't let them around your house. Do you know what I do? I don't want them because I'm working. I'm fighting for my life, isn't it? But if by so doing you can change them, Spend some time with them for those who are ready to change. But have you met people who don't want change? You've met them, haven't you? You give them anything, they complain. You give them money, they complain. They want a pocket to put the money in. You give them a drink, they complain, a cup, so you can't do anything. So egoism and selfishness is another thing. It does not help trying to pull others down in order to succeed. What I see in businesses all over the world, when you do business with some people, all they are trying to do is steal your idea. Are we familiar with that? Is it a yes? Yeah. They want to know what you're doing. They want to sneak behind. They want to get... You don't succeed by doing that. Let it be. Have what is yours and own it. Then share the ideas, share the experiences. I'm always here. You can follow my website if you want. And I'm more than willing to share, because it is in learning and networking like this that we learn a lot of things. But some people, unfortunately, they just want to get it for themselves. And you can't change them. So be careful and don't be one of those people, because when you close your hand, what you have remains there, isn't it? Yeah. But when you open, the moment it goes out, it comes back. And that's why I've never lacked though. I don't know how I do it. When I was doing the libraries, thousands of pounds and all of those things, when I started in Africa, it was like my money, isn't it? It wasn't like, because the speed helped me to do the brand and everything. And I started off somewhere, but I had to put more of mine. So sometimes and be polite. Sometimes customer services come with politeness, isn't it? You want to meet somebody who was nice, don't you? I want to go to somebody who was nice to me. And it doesn't cost anything to give that smile. The smile keeps us going. But have you met some people? You say, hello, good morning. Huh? And you're like, God, what have I done? Yeah, of course, people have all sorts of difficulties as well. You can't judge them, can't you? But how can you, in your business, in your enterprise, in your institution, how can you give a smile to someone who walks up to you or somebody you're doing business with? So politeness, respect people as they are. I've always respected people. I tell you, they say I talk. When I was in Africa, 2013, with my daughter and my husband, we stood somewhere in a setting. It was like in the night. I'm just trying to draw your attention to how sometimes when you just get polite and worry about people, you land into good hands. A man came, cars came and parked, and a man came, a little man. He didn't look quite expensive or like, he was just a man. And I thought, oh gosh, poor thing. It must be one of the bishop's drivers who's just come out. Oh, I'm just going to go and talk to this man. So I went over to the man and I said, hi, my name is Vicky Ngamsha. How are you? And he said, hi, I'm the governor of the Northwest Province of Cameroon. That is a big government official. And I had an opportunity to shake hands with him. I'm like, oh, Your Excellency. And my husband was like, oh, this woman. So, you know, it doesn't hurt. Somebody's not going to bite you. They're probably going to say hi and go, but it's not going to change you, is it? So again, politeness, that happiness, just be yourself. Do what you can do best. And if you make mistakes, say sorry. If you owe someone, pay them when you can. If you have problems with someone, just go to them, say, I'm sorry, did I hurt you? And then you live a very clear life. Now, I'm sure you stay younger if you do that anyway. Although I'm feeling 100. So your personality does matter. Okay, where are we? Conclusion. I want to say this. I want to just read this as this. Use up all your talents and abilities that you came on earth with. Do we know that the richest place in the world is a cemetery? You know why I say that? It is in the cemetery that you see all the intelligence, the abilities, the talents, everything. Because some people come to this life and they don't use them up. That inner conversation, isn't it? Or it could be other people. Make sure you use them. Exhaust all of them before you go. Because you don't want to, when you die, and they will write on your grave, not used up. Isn't it? So we need to make sure we use, all of us, each and every one of us has got something very unique. If it is speaking like me, speak. I remember when people used to say, they used to say to me, this girl can't stop talking. They can't stop talking. And I used to imagine, gosh, how can I shut up? And sometimes I've tried really hard, you know, to just sit in the corner and say, am I all right? Yeah. It's me. You have to be you, don't you? Mm-hmm. Yeah? You've got to be you. I'm married to a man who is more of, is the best man in the world, the best husband, okay? But he's scared. He doesn't take risks. He doesn't like risk. So he's scared of the unknown. And if I say, okay, this year I'm going to Cameroon and I'm doing 15 talk shows to women, he's like, no, stop there, stop there, stop there. You're doing too much. So you have to keep going. You don't want to lose your talents. By the time I go, by the time you go, make sure you've used all those abilities that you came on earth with. I've got a little video which I'm going to beg our Rose to help us sort this out. I'm not sure if we've got another slide, Rose. Let's just see what is there. No. Yeah, I ended by saying it is possible. If I could do it, then anyone can do it. If that's true, just say a yes to something, yeah? If I could do it from a very poor family with limited resources, being marginalized and all of that, if I could stand here owning my own business and making money and changing lives, then anyone could do it, isn't it? So please don't stop, don't give up, keep going. Let's see what happened when we create an impact on people's lives. We'll just watch the video together. It's not long. Okay.
Just to say, we've started the video part way through, so if it seems as if it's kind of starting from a strange point.
And that's Cameroon. You won't understand the language. That's them welcoming their library. 2014.